Hey everyone, and welcome to my Authors I'm Intrigued By video. I've recently read a lot of new to me authors and I've gone, I really want to read more of their stuff, so I thought I'd make a list of them and talk about them today. First one is H.E. Edgman, because I've recently read the Ouroboros series, which is Godly Heathens and Merciless Saviours, and I really enjoyed both of these books. They were filled with such complex, morally grey to evil characters that even though they were morally grey to evil, you couldn't help but kind of root for them in a lot of ways. I also really liked the world building of this and the twists and turns of it. I really liked how the characters sort of related to each other and sort of interacted with each other and everything, and it's made me really intrigued to see what else H.E. Edgman has written, if anything, and I want to just check out more of their work because I enjoyed these books so much. I really want to read more from them. There is also A.C. Wise. I've currently only read Wendy Darling, which was a dark Peter Pan retelling where he was incredibly creepy, but now I want to read their other work as well. I know they've done another one set in the same world about Hook that I'm desperate to read because I love Captain Hook after admittedly watching Once Upon a Time one too many times, but there we go. I still really enjoy Captain Hook, so I want to see what they're going to do with Hook, and I'm just really interested to see if they've written any other retellings or anything else, because this was so dark and so creepy. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time I was reading it, and now I'm desperate to know more and see what else they've done. There is also T. Kingfisher. I've currently only read The Hollow Places, but it was so fantastically creepy and I couldn't get enough of it because I was on the edge of my seat again the whole time I was reading this, and there's now points where I've been watching other TV shows where it's got a setting similar to this, and it's creeped me out before anything creepy has happened in the TV show, just from remembering the setting of this book. So that is enough to tell you how much it's stuck in my mind since I've read this, and now I'm desperate to read more of their work because again, I've heard amazing things about it. I've heard people raving about their work, even if it's the like creepy stuff or the fantasy stuff and all of this kind of thing. I'm just desperate to read more from them because I just love this so much, and now I'm so intrigued to see what else they've written. There's also Alexandra Rowland. After reading Running Close to the Wind, which was all about queer pirates, I should mention that I was gifted this book as part of the blog tour, so thank you very much, Tor, for gifting me this book. But I do know that this one is a part of a larger series of A Taste of Golden Iron, which just sounds really interesting. I was really intrigued by the world of this and the humour of it and everything else, so now I am really intrigued to read the rest of the stuff in this world, to say the least. There is also Junji Ito. I recently read Love Sickness, which was the first manga I've ever read from them, and I loved it. Again, it was wonderfully creepy. Apparently all of the authors I want to talk about today are the ones that have really creeped me out while I've been reading, so that's apparently a thing. But I really enjoyed Love Sickness. It was so creepy. Admittedly, some stories worked better for me than others, but the whole time I was so entertained and everything else. I was really intrigued by all of the stories, and all of them creeped me out to some measure or other, which is always a good sign. And then I've heard amazing things about their other work as well, so now I really want to check out more Junji Ito, because if Love Sickness is anything to go by, I am going to love their work. And then finally, I also have to mention Gabby Hutchinson Crouch, because she wrote the Darkwood book. I haven't read the rest of the series yet, but I just loved this one so much. I loved how she wove the fairy tales together. I loved the humour of it. It very much reminded me a lot of like a middle grade Terry Pratchett, which is enough to make me love any author ever if they managed to pull that off, and Gabby Hutchinson Crouch definitely did. I've also heard Hannah from Ladder M raving about the rest of the series as well, so just generally I'm really intrigued and I really want to try out her other work. And that is some of the authors I've recently been intrigued by, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Comment down below, tell me if there's any author you've recently been intrigued by and you now want to read their backlist. I'd love to know. Or if you don't have that much time, leave me a sword emoji down below to let me know that you were here. I'll also leave a link as well down below to all of my social media if you want to check it out, including to the Comic Book Sanctum, which is my website dedicated to Marvel Comics, as well as a link as well down below to my bookish Etsy store if you want to treat yourself to something bookish today, or if you just want to see any more of my videos, please click subscribe here, and over here will be the link to my previous video. But till next time everyone, bye!